Hi, my name is Steve Kerr. I'm a physical therapist. I've been working with the elderly for almost 30 years. And I've discovered over that time that people are falling and how detrimental those falls are to those people. And it's really been frustrating because nobody has any solutions to stop these falls. And these people are really getting hurt. I mean, some people to the point where they break hips, which is the most common fall. And I thought there's just got to be a better way to stop these falls. There just has to be a way. The way that they have now is they essentially say, well, let's check their medications, let's lower the bed, let's put a fall mat out, let's make sure they have a bed rail, this kind of stuff, and their shoe wear, and then the doctor gets involved, and let's get them involved in physical therapy, and they still fall. So I came up with an idea that I thought, if we could provide something steel and solid right at their bedside and find a way to attach it so that they could get out of bed and grab onto something, or get into bed and grab onto something and keep them moving. And I went even a step further than that. I didn't just say, okay, let's just have a steel vertical pole. Let's take two poles and put a horizontal rail to it so that these folks that are falling the most can actually have an opportunity to get up and move about their bedside and have short-term ambulation opportunities and to stay strong, and also to eliminate the fear that's associated with falling if you don't have a product such as this. And then I had to find a way to prove it. I talked to the administrator where I work, and she gave me the opportunity, saying that, look, if you can stop falls, which obviously is a huge problem, and she knows it, and so do every other facility in this country, if you can stop falls in the elderly and you can prove it to us and give us a pilot program, we'll try it. And if you can do it, I'll pay for it. And that's exactly what happened where I work.
We've actually had decreased falls on the patients who've been using the pole and or rail.
Wonderful.
I also find that trying them out beforehand has been very good for the staff. So we're saving some CNA backs, promoting more independence. And the biggest thing for us is the falls have definitely gone down on those patients.
That's huge to hear. It really is.
She gave me basically a list of probably 8 or 9 people that were having falls right at their bedside, and they had no solution because, in spite of the fact that these people are afraid they're going to fall, they still are getting up. We've provided poles and rails at these people's bedside, and I can honestly tell you, and believe me, I work there, so I would know if it wasn't working. It's really working to stop falls, and these are people that are falling the very most. It has drastically reduced falls in my facility. Granted, this is a small portion, but these are the same people everywhere. They're falling, they need the support, they hold on to a solid steel rail. They're moving, but it's not, so they can continue to move about their bedside, and they have no fear of doing it for the most part because they know they're not going to fall. They're holding on to something that won't move. Versus a walker, you hold on to a walker and it starts to move while you're moving. Well, if you lose your balance backwards, you're definitely going to fall. And this product is doing just exactly what I hoped it would do, and we're excited to tell you folks about it. This problem is so huge. It's a problem that basically is $50 billion a year that Medicare pays for falls and fall-related injuries and deaths. And it's just a massive problem. Part of the problem, or one of the statistics that comes to my mind, is that every person that's 65 and older that falls and breaks their hip, which is the most common cause of falling and fracturing, is a hip fracture, 50% of those people die within 1 year. The reason they're dying is because they stop moving. And because of that, they have a fear of trying to move anymore because the walker has let them down, literally, the canes, the crutches, all that kind of stuff. But this product, they continue to get up and move because it eliminates that fear, and no one is addressing the problem. They don't know how. In fact, they've even come up with the solution is that there is no solution. That basically it's an accepted fact, you get old, you fall. That's not true. What we're discovering is that even though you're old, you still want to be able to move, you still want to be able to walk, and you will still do, or at least attempt to do it, even if you're going to fall. With this product, they don't fall, and that's what's so wonderful about it and why I'm so behind it. At Fall Guys Products, the two products that we really have put a lot of time and energy into and proven that they work are called the Independence Pole and the Independence Rail. The independence pole is primarily for those folks that are unable to walk at this point in their life. Maybe you have a major stroke, they're not really walking, or major balance issues, maybe some kind of apraxia, ataxia. They can't really move without falling. However, when they grab onto the pole, even with a stroke, they are grabbing on with their strong side and they're able to go from point A to point B, seat to seat transfers, which are super important. You got to be able to get on and off of a toilet. You got to be able to get in and out of bed. And those are what we use. That's the people that need the pole. Now, there are folks out there that even though they're falling, they still are capable of walking. That's where the independence rail comes in. And it sits right at their bedside. It's not a restraint because there's plenty of room between the rail and the actual bed, which is actually a good thing because it forces the user to reach out and use those body mechanics to stand up. And that's what we really teach in physical therapy, that you need to keep your weight shifted forward. Well, the rail is in front of them, so they're going to reach out to it. So it actually promotes the whole idea of standing, and then they can walk. Some people look at the product and think, oh, is it plastic? Is it PVC? It's not. It's all steel, and it'll last for a lifetime, if not 2 lifetimes. It's the real deal. What I've truly noticed with this product, which is so exciting, this could not be more exciting. This is a fulfillment of my dream, is that when they use this product, be it the rail or the pole, right at their bedside, it eliminates their falls. There are no more falls. Exactly what our motto is, no more falls. And if it's used properly, and it's not hard to train, because basically you just hold on to it and you move from point A to point B, or you can walk along it. When it's used properly, because it's steel and it's solid, and they have their confidence in it, because they're not afraid, all of a sudden that fear of not being, that they're going to fall, has been eliminated for the most part. They use this product and they stay strong and they don't fall using it. It virtually eliminates every fall, even with those folks that are falling the most. I want you to understand, as investors, that we are not in the concept phase of this. And you can kind of tell from what I've already said in regards to the pilot program where I work. We are a startup, no question about it. But at the same token, we actually have 6 major companies that we're working with, that our product is actually in there being used and protecting the patients that are there and the residents that are there. Like I mentioned before, my pilot program where I work is at Euro Healthcare. We've also gotten our products are either our poles or our rails into Genesis Healthcare, which is a huge one. We've gotten in with 2 different beehives here in this area, in the Albuquerque area. We're in Princeton Place Medical Center. We're also in the neighborhood. It's called Neighborhood Senior Living. And we're also working with Home Instead, which is a huge company, Ravana Assisted Living, and Brookdale. We've been in there and we're working with them as well. So we're communicating with all of these companies, and we have a number of our products, actually 6 of these major companies where our product's actually physically there and it's being used and it's being found and proven to be effective. Basically, what's going on here is that there really is this mentality, this concept when we go in, that there's nothing out there that stops falls. We really do have something that'll stop falls. And we need to get people educated on this so that we can go out there and take the market, because we truly believe, I really believe, and what I'm seeing where I currently work in this pilot program, that 75 to 90% of those people, even though they're falling and had multiple falls, they're no longer falling. Well, if you can do that, you could cut that 50 billion by 75% if we can get these products out there and get basically the public, as well as these companies, of course, educated to the point that this product really does work. It makes sense. It's steel and it really will stop these falls. And if we can get these folks educated to the point where they believe this and they start implementing it, as we're seeing happening, and we can cut this Medicare bill 50 billion down by 75%, if not 90%, there's a huge amount of money to be made in this. So I just wanted to say thank you, and I'm really excited that we're going to have this opportunity, that you're hearing this opportunity, and I hope you're as excited about it as I am, because it's a simple concept that is profoundly effective in these people that need it the most. And I can't wait for you guys to get a hold of us and we can talk more about it. You can really find out that this is completely strong, legitimate. This is strong as steel. and it works that way. And man, I tell you, when you hold on to something, you're fearful and you're going to fall, and you hold on to something that doesn't move, like a grab bar, only a grab bar right at their bedside. That's why this is really going to work, and we're excited to be partners with you.